Let us begin today. Today we will be discussing about this meditation according to the Yoga Aphorisms of Patanjali. Why we should meditate. This we are studying for a long time, and this will continue because the whole aphorisms we have to complete. As we always do, let us chant these mantras. Mano buddha hamkara cittani naham nacha sotra jive nacha ghrana netri न च व्योम भूमि न तेजो न वायुः चिदानंद रूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् Shivoham, Shivoham. Today we will study the 29th, 30th aphorisms. In the 29th aphorism it says, Tata pratyak chetana adhigamya antaraya abhavascha. Tata. The word begins with Tata. And what does it mean? This Tata means from the repetition, Tata means that. From that. That means it is giving the reference to the previous aphorism. So those who are continuously listening, it will be easy for them to understand only just by mentioning a simple letter Tata. That means the previous sloka they have already discussed. Pratyak chetana adhigamma antaraya abhavascha. Then they get the enlightenment. Pratyak means internal. Pratyak, internally, we are getting the enlightenment. What is that enlightenment? Within our mind, within ourself, we find the Paramatma, all-pervading self. So this is the conception of the yogis, this Atma that we are already having, and similarly there is a Paramatma. Again and again, Swami Vivekananda is also mentioning, and all our yogis, that in every heart there is a Chaitanya, Chetana, consciousness that we all can understand. And what is that consciousness? We do not know exactly, but we can feel, we can understand to some extent that there is a consciousness. Without that we cannot do anything. When that is absent, then we say there is no life. We say there is no prana. What is that prana? It is a vital force. What is that life? The vital force. What is that vital force? For individual self, we call it Jiva Atma, individual self. And when there is an individual self, there must be a total. And what is that? Param Atma, Paramatma. Param means the highest. The word, Sanskrit word, Parama, Param means highest. Atma means consciousness, highest consciousness. There must be something. And that is why that is exactly reflecting within our mind. So when we are thinking like that, how we can get that? Then say, previously we have already mentioned, what is that? tat japa tad artha bhavanam. In 28th aphorism, the Rishi Patanjali is mentioning that tat japa tad artha bhavanam. Again tat. What is that tat? That reference is in the previous sloka. What is that? Om. Omkara. If you can repeat and repeat and repeat again and again, and at the same time thinking the meaning of it, then all the obstructions goes away. What remains? The absolute mind. There we get the reflection. If you are not practicing and simply saying that there is nothing like this, it is wrong, not scientific. The scientific thing will be practice it fast. Ma Sharadamani Devi is telling, if you can repeat 10,000 the name of the God, 10,000, your mind will surely become quiet. Our Brahmanandaji Maharaj, the first president of the Ramakrishna order, Ramakrishna mission, he said, practice 20,000, and if your mind is not under your control, come and slap me. A challenge. And that is the best way. If you really like to say, oh, this is all bogus, this is all hoax, this is nothing. Some people are very fond of telling like this, and they have a peculiar psychology. They do not understand. They think all the monks that we see all around, they are not holy people, they are all worthless. I can prove it from my younger days. I am going on proving. Some people are very fond of it. To prove that monks are wrong, but what you are? Are you correct? That they don't understand. We have come here to become monks. We have come here to control our mind and to realize ourselves. We are trying. We are on the path. We are not fulfilled. We are not perfect. You should not look at us. You should look at them. The Buddha, the Christ, Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Ma Sharadamani Devi. So these are the actual people who has proved what? That Paramatma can be realized. What we are doing, trying. We are understanding this truth, we are trying to do that. The concentration is very, very essential. And to do that concentration, what one should do? He should go on repeating the name of God. What is the name of God? The yogis are suggesting, Patanjali is suggesting, Omkara. Tad japa, tad artha bhavanam. This is a very important. And then tata, if you can do that perfectly, you will get the enlightenment, because by repeating the name of God slowly and steadily, you will remove all the obstacles. See the way they will bring the whole truth. Slowly, 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 slowly. They started with the word yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. The simple word. Yoga, what is meditation? Chitta, vritti, nirodha. It is up to you. Chitta, that means the self, where all those impressions of mind are stored. That is called chitta. So first what we have to understand? We have to understand the terminologies. If you don't understand the terminologies, it's very difficult. In America, they use very, very small words, APS, something like that. For your information, FYI. In the beginning, I was thinking, what is this? It is not fly, it is not what. Then I came to know it is FYI. That also they are typing in the computer only. They don't complete. So small, and you have to understand that, then only you will understand. Otherwise, again you have to write back. What is this FYI? Then he will explain. It will go time. So you have to understand the terminology. What is that terminology? Yoga, meditation, chitta, the store of our impressions. It's not the mind. It's not the mind, it is the store of our impressions, chitta. Vritti, vritti means impressions. Chitta, vritti, nirodha, control. So this is simple. All the vrittis means the impressions coming from where? Coming from our different way of collections. If you see a person and his behavior, immediately you are having some idea about him. And you are imposing those ideas and you are sure that this is like that. Where from these impressions came, ideas came, and accordingly you are reacting, behaving. How you came to know about it? All your past impressions. This is the very important. A very small child, he won't understand a thief because the conception of the theft, the thief is absent in his mind. If a thief enter into it and going on picking up the things from here and there when the elders are not there, perhaps the child will follow that and will go on telling, uncle, you like to take this, here it is, here that is, because he don't understand that is a different person going on taking out our things. The impression is very important, what impressions you are having. So that's why whenever the thoughts are coming, be careful about the impressions. So this we can remove, we can stop. How? Lord Buddha, last time when we were discussing about him, he said, Chatvari Arya Satyani, very famous words. The 4 very important teachings of Buddha. What is that? Their whole world is full of misery. And then there is a cause of misery. You can stop that misery, and there is a way to stop the misery. These are the 4. Is there anything very important? We do not know. We know it. What is the misery? A child don't understand. Those who are in good, everything good, they won't understand. But we know the misery. Why? Desire. Where from the desire comes? Impression. So we go in this way, and that is why in Bhagavad Gita, nicely Sri Krishna is giving step by step. Sangat sanjayate kama. Here it begins. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. One person told, have you been there? Oh, you have not. So beautiful, you should go. You know, most of the people, they will always use superlative. They should say, oh, that's a good place. No, so good. You do not understand. If you go and you are impressed. And immediately, Sangat Sanjayate Kama. Desire. And what is that Kama? To visit that place. And to visit what is necessary? Money and all other arrangements. And all this. Then after getting all those things, when you go over there, even not much. Then what happens? Again dukkha. So sangat sanjayate kama, kamat krodha abhijayate. Through the association, by association, you develop the desire. And then, when those desires are not fulfilled, what happened? Krodha, anger. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. And from that anger, you forget actually what you are going to do, what you are doing. See the steps they give. And then ultimately, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhrama. All the thoughts, all the impressions, all the teachings that you got, all are forgotten. Smriti vibhram. Smriti bhamshat buddhinasha. What is buddhi? The faculty to take proper decision. Faculty to take proper decision is buddhi. Buddhinashat pranashyati. The Swami Divyananda ji, he was mentioning about how the gurus they help. The one person purchased a bird, and bird could talk in a human language. And he took the bird in a far away country. And the bird was telling, do you like me, love me? Oh yes, that's why I have purchased you. I like you very much. Then will you please do one favor? What? Take me back to my country and release me. I like to live like all other birds. I'm really suffering here alone. He said, that I cannot do. All other things, if you want, I can do. These I cannot do because I have purchased you, I have spent my money, and I am a businessman. When I have invested, I need the thing. He said, okay then, do me another favor. What's that? Please go and tell my people, at one tree, all my kids and kids are there. You go and tell, I am here and I am alone and I do not know how to come to them. Please go and tell. That gentleman told, okay, that I will do. And then he returned back after 1 month and bird asked him, sir, did you went over there, met my people, told them my message? Oh yes, I went over there, I shouted and told about you. Then what happened? Then he said, no, there was no reaction. Only one bird, the moment I said that you do not know how to come to get freedom from there, that bird fell down from the branch dead. There is no motion in it. Is it? This bird said, and immediately he also fell down and there was no life as if. Then this person, he was thinking, what happened to this bird? What did I say and why he came and he tried to save its life. There was nothing. Then what to do? He took it on the terrace, left it over there. What happened? The moment he left it over there, the birds flew in the sky and he was going, thank you. You know that bird which fell down from the tree is my guru. He taught me that I have to behave like this to get freedom from you. So immediately I learnt it, I reacted accordingly, and you gave me the freedom. So thank you. Then he went away. So this way the guru helps. And that is the reason we need the mantra. Because the guru is telling you must practice this, you have to follow this, whether we like it or not. Since we have accepted him as a guru, okay, let me repeat. And they will be going on repeating tad japa, tad arthabhavanam. And slowly, almost unnoticed, all your obstacles will be removed. This is the beauty. And then the moment those obstacles are removed from your mind, then you are totally free. Because we are already free. Already all those things are within us, only we do not know. Because something else is over that. That is the main reason. So, the pratyak chetana adhigama, introspective power manifest. Tata pratyak chetana adhigama antaraya abhavascha. Tata means, as we discussed, following the instruction of the guru. What is that? Repeat the mantra. That's why one should take the mantra. It is very, very prevalent in India. You must have to, and there will be people, they will be telling, unless and until you are accepting guru and taking the mantra, you are not pure. Because why they say you are not pure without the mantra? They won't allow you to go to the temple even to do worship. Why? Because constantly you are thinking about worldly things. So you are impure. Who is pure? Who thinks about God. So that is why that mantra gives us that conception. We become purified and then we can approach to God, etc. Now here it says, the moment you are practicing that, then that introspective power manifests. Introspective power. This is very, very important. This time I went to the Toronto, then Montreal, Canada, and from there they took us to Niagara Falls and Ottawa and all those places. It was beautiful, the scenic beauty unthinkable. When we were traveling, sometimes of course we were dozing because the long road, but when we were awake we were enjoying the both sides, and it's just like pictures. In our younger days we used to see the what's called the calendars. In those calendars, this type of houses, children playing, that pictures, and we used to enjoy. Now you saw. And then I went near that fall, water is falling. Tons and tons and tons of water is falling. Where it is going, where from it is coming, we do not know. But it is going on, just like our life. Is coming and falling and again going, again coming, again falling, again going. When I went over there, I was trying to see, of course, because of the water, the specks become the mystery. I cannot see that, the foggy. But I tried to imagine that life is like this. We can't see properly through and through because fogginess. What is this fogginess? Our ego. And from the ego, we impress our own thoughts on others. Then we think this is perfect and we suffer. We are in that. So this is the main difficulty, and that's why we are falling. This country is really very wonderful. They take all the people, the tourists, just near the fall in such a way you are safe, but you can enjoy. And if you look at that, how it is falling, the human life also like that. Whatever we see, we must learn the spiritual lessons. What is that? That is the phenomena, a natural thing that is happening. But from that we learn. Some people, they will be measuring so much of water, so much this, and this is coming from there, all these things. Some people are enjoying sitting over there, little drinking, chatting, taking naps, but utilize that thing also for the upliftment of the spirituality. So if you look up, clear sky. If you look down, it is all flowing. And in between, falling. And then it is mist. This is the mist. All our impressions, all our desires, all our cravings. So that is the mist. And that's why we are falling. But sometimes we'll be looking up. Oh my God, it's so clear. The blue sky, everything is full of happiness, peace. I like to go over there. So that there becomes the sadhana. Who is a mumukshu? Who feels for this desire to get freedom, freedom from the desires. So that's called mumukshu. He is constantly desire. And then what happens? When we are going on trying, at the same time praying and crying, God, you can do it. You are all powerful. But I am very, very humble, powerless. I cannot control my desires. You can do it. So when we are repeating the holy name of God, at the same time praying, then our minds, all the obstacles are cleared. And it is said, Vidyate hridaya granthi, chiddante sarva samsayaha, Shiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte para avare. In the Mundaka Upanishad it says, it's a great Mundaka, that means for the sannyasins. This Upanishad says, you must have to realize God. Atachet abedit atasatyamasti nachet iha abedit mahati vinasti. If you can study little Sanskrit, you can enjoy this unique. Translation is there, but at the same time, if you can learn little Sanskrit, we have the Sanskrit classes here every Sunday, every week, every Saturday there are classes. You can join. I don't know much of Sanskrit, but somehow we have developed this. But these people, they will teach you how to read Sanskrit, even how to talk in Sanskrit. So suppose you two friends are traveling and something you like to discuss about which other people won't understand Sanskrit. So nobody will understand. So that will also help you. So this way, this is Sanskrit is a great language, and here it says, Thakur Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is also telling Nam and Nami Aveda. And look at it. This Saint John in his Gospel he is mentioning, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and Word was God. The three steps. In the beginning was the Word. Word was with God, and Word was God. So these three steps, in the beginning was the Word. What is that? They have discussed Plato and Philo of Alexandria. They have explained, tried to explain in their own way the philosophy of Word. So this word, and the Hindu scripture they say, you will wonder, almost the same thing is there in the Rig Veda. In the beginning was Brahman, and with whom was the Word, Omkara. And the Word was truly the Supreme Brahman. In the beginning was the Brahman, and with Brahman was Word, and the Word was truly Supreme Brahman. Why we should go on chanting Omkara? Because the Omkara is Brahman. In the Kathopanishad, it says, Om iti Brahma. Because the Nachiketa, he went to Yama, you know that story, the young boy, and the 3 days and 3 nights without any food and drink, he was waiting for Yama. And all others came from the house and told, why don't you take a little food? Why don't you come inside? No, unless and until the owner of the house, the master of the house, inviting me, I am not supposed to enter. Look at it. You are also depending on him, so the master should call me, then only I will go. How much respect, self-respect. And then, when the master came, then other people told him, sir, go and pacify this boy. He is a Brahmana, full of knowledge. If he is angry, all your good karmas will be burned. Go and pacify him. When a good person is going, one should not unnecessarily disturb, because the thought that is crossing in his mind, sometimes some people unnecessarily, they will be cutting jokes or insulting people, holy people. And then the thought that crosses in the mind of that holy people, that destroy your good karmas, the people's good karmas. And that is the reason one should be careful. Why we should do that? It's not necessary. Yama, the king of death, he came and said, I am sorry, I was not knowing that you will be coming. But then he gave 3 boons, first, second and the third. In the third boon he said, what is Atman? And Yama went on telling him, and whole the book is about that. And there it says, Om iti Brahma. Om iti etad. Etad, that what we are discussing now, that is the Brahman, the Paramatman, is Om. And then he said, Om iti Brahma. Om is the Brahman. You want to know about Brahman? Om. Because the Brahman cannot be explained through words. So, Brahman can be realized. How you can realize? Hold the Om and go on meditating on Omkara. A, U, Ma. In our previous, when we were discussing about, Swami Vivekananda has given a wonderful scientific explanation. A, U, Ma. It is A, it's coming from the navel and rolling up to the throat and coming out from the lips. When you are pronouncing the Ma, then you have to close the two lips and pronounce the Ma. Now all over the world people are doing like that. And so one of the famous yoga guru, he has introduced this. Most of the people, they will be doing wherever you go. The moment you say Omkara, all they know, and they will be going on repeating. This is very important. A, U, Ma. Without hurting any other part of your mouth. When you are talking, both the lips and the tongue and the palate, it is all getting hard each other, and then the sound is coming out. But for the Omkara, you just pronounce Om. You are not utilizing your tongue, not the palate, not the lips, nothing. But the sound is coming out. This is the speciality. And it was with the Brahman. And it is Brahman. It will go on. And then, after practicing this, they say, your all obstacles for concentration will be removed. What are the obstacles? They are asking these questions. What are the obstacles? In a nice way, they are asking, Atha ke antarayaha, Atha ke antarayaha. Antaraya means obstacles. Ke, what are those obstacles you are talking about? Atha ke antarayaha. Then it says, Badhi. The first and foremost comes Badhi. The Badhi means sickness. Sthana means mental laziness. Samshaya, doubt. Pramada, lack of enthusiasm. Alasya, lethargy. Abhiroti, craving for sense pleasures continuously. Bhranti darshan, false perception. Alabdhabhumikatva, non-attaining concentration also create problem in the mind. And anavasthitvani, after getting a little concentration, sometimes we cannot continue it. That also create problem in the mind, and we are suffering. Chitta vikshepa, these are the distractions of the mind, and antaraya, they are the obstacles. These are the 9 obstacles. And the next sloka again it will say 2-3 obstacles. But the main problem is with the body. It says, Shariram khalu dharma sadhanam. Whatever you do, you have to do with the body. That's why if you go, all the yogis, they know they will be practicing yoga. If you go to the North India, if you go to particularly the places where most of the monks they live, and they will, in the morning after the prayer and all that meditation, they will have the physical exercises. Different type of physical exercises they will be doing. Swami Vivekananda also introduced 1 hour physical exercise in our monastery. And Swami Brahmananda ji and all others, they were wrestlers. And they used to do lot of physical exercise. When we joined in the training center, we found the instruments that they used to use, the primitive type, wooden, but very heavy. How they used to use in both the hands and they used to practice, we couldn't, so difficult. In both hands, in one we could not lift it. It needed 2 of us to lift it, it was so heavy. And like that 2, at ease Swami Brahmananda ji used to practice. So that means and that also without much food. At that time Ramakrishna Mission was very poor. So when we joined, there was also like that. So they used to keep the physical body fit. Otherwise it is very difficult to control the mind. So Vyadhi, that is why this yoga, it came afterwards. The yoga came. This Kung Fu and all those things that you see, it was developed by the Buddhist monks, because they used to go from place to place, and to protect themselves they started learning without any arms, a free hand combat. So slowly they learned. This is some people immediately, oh my God, why the sannyasins should do like that? This is emotion. Sannyasins should go on getting the beating only. When they are traveling, some people will come and go giving slapping. Oh, you have come, give me slap. Is it? Not like that. So we have to understand how to. So these are the things they developed. And you know, in our sampradaya, there is one type of sannyasins are there, Naga sannyasins, they say. Naga means from the word Nanga. This is a Hindi word without any clothings. Just from Nanga to Naga, sannyasins. They are the protectors of the sannyasins and the ashramas. They were the guards. In those days they used to do like this. Madhusudana Saraswati, he was a famous sannyasi that time, and he was in close contact with Samrat Akbar. Akbar had a good relation with the Hindus, but you know, some people will be always there. They will be jealous and they will be narrow-minded in the name of religion, in the name of culture. They used to have fighting with the Hindus. They used to go and disturb the sannyasins. They used to come to the ashramas. They used to create problems. Then all the sannyasins came to Madhusudana Saraswati and said, "Sir, you have a relation with the Akbar. Can you please go and tell him?" It seems that he went and talked to him, and he said, "I cannot control my own people, then there will be, within my fold there will be rebellion. All they will go against me. So I cannot control them. But you people protect yourselves." So that will be all right. In those days there was no police and law, and that was not like this. So from that conception, they slowly started developing a group of young people, that is Nanga. They used to stay outside the camp ashrama and to protect the ashrama. They were good fighters, and as to keep themselves in such a dirty way, the people, the moment they see, they will be terrified. And you know, even today the modern soldiers, when they go for any action, they will be putting all black marks, and in such a way that the moment you go to some people's, the people will be terrified seeing them. So that is necessary. This is all. So here we find Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. The first and foremost is Vyadhi. We have to be free from all diseases. And then it also says not only spirituality, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Nama, Aragya, Moolam, Uttamam. So Aragya Moolam, Uttamam. I always feel like going and joining these classes. They teach so nicely. Our trainers, very simply but very effective way to keep the physical. I saw in the Ottawa, nearly 200, 300 people there on that the parliament there. Before that, a big area is there. In one part, 200, 300 people, they are practicing yoga. And I couldn't find out who was teaching. It was in the microphone. Now do this, now do that. All people are going on doing, and they had that role. And sometimes some people they closed and going away. New people are coming and joining. So all they are doing, and so all those things that we in India used to do. So now the physical fitness, this is all very, very essential. And then come mental laziness. Sometimes we feel that we don't like to do this, don't like to talk, don't like to go. The mental laziness comes. So we have to be all the time alert. Constantly, anything and everything, you have to be alert. For anything, alertness, physical fitness, this is necessary, and that too particularly for the meditation. That was essential. You know, in Ramakrishna Mission, we go for philanthropic work, for services, and we give more stress on that. I think in 1977, 78, there was a great flood. Almost half or more than half of the Bengal, it was submerged in water. From our ashrama where I was, Advaita ashrama, though it never does this type of work, they mainly do the book printing and all those things. But even then, as because it was a difficult situation, we did. And we did in a very difficult place. It's some other day we can explain. And we did for 15 days. After that, Durga Puja came. And Durga Puja time in Belur Math is a very wonderful puja will be there. And so many other monks and brahmacharis, they come. So we enjoy their company. So we were brahmacharis from Advaita Ashrama. We came to Belur Math after 20 days. And we thought the Belur Math authorities, they will also be happy that after finishing these services, we have come and we met the present President Maharaj. He was just like the tiger, you know, we used to be so much afraid of him. So he was standing, and our good fortune or bad fortune, he was standing in front. We came and got down from the vehicle. In bus we went, we came and we said, Swamiji, we have done 20 days relief, and now we have come here to spend 5 days and 6 days in Durga Puja. Durga Puja? You have come to observe Durga Puja? People are dying, leaving goddess, leaving mothers. They are dying, they don't have food, they can't feed their children, and you have enjoyed for Durga Puja? Then he called the other senior Swamis. Look at these young people. They have come here for enjoy and enjoyment, and when all people are suffering. Then I found a big truck is coming full of food and all that, they were going somewhere. Then he looked at that and asked me, because I was in front, hey, you go and in that truck and go where they are going. Give the but my bag, with bag and baggage, everything you go and without keeping the bag in the room or anywhere, we had to with the bag, and there was no place because full of food there, and in that small where the driver sits, there are two Swamis who are already sitting. I had to climb on the top, and all through sitting over there all the time, careful about the branches are coming, then lying down. So after 2 hours we reached in a village full of water. So all these things we had to do. But I tell you, see, when the desire to see something is there, good desires are there, it is always fulfilled. It was the Shashti day, and they say on the Shashti day in the beginning, you must see the face of the mother, because the mother is very happy on that particular day. And then there will be all fightings will be there, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami. The mother is going away, naturally she is in a different mood. Shashti is the very first day and she is in good mood. If you go and see her and pray to her, she is happy to grant your prayer. So I was thinking, today is Shashti, and today I couldn't see the face of the mother. All the villages, it was under water. The villagers were somewhere in the top, and they were using the small boat to communicate, to visit. Suddenly one small boat with 2 persons came. He said, "Re Brahmachari Maharaj, I was in white dress and you are alone over here, you have gave us all food. Want to come to see the Durga Puja? After Durga Puja here in this water?" He said, "No, in our village there is a higher place. Every year we observe Durga Puja. So we decided in a humble way, of course, this year also we will do. We have brought the murti, puja is ready, will you come?" I told, that is all right, but my people who will be coming back and they are supposed to pick me up, what will happen? Then the elderly person told to that young boy, hey, you stay over here. And when you see the van is coming, the truck is coming, make a sound. We will bring the Swami back. They took me over there. I saw the mother and the bhajan songs were going on. I heard, and really I cried. That mother fulfilled all the prayers. So this way it goes. The service to humanity, that is the greatest way to control your mind. You forget everything when you are serving. You forget the pain in the body. You forget all your desires. That also the badhi and then the mental laziness. And there should not be any doubt. Samshaya should not be there. Swamiji has written a beautiful poems about Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Samshaya Rakshasa Nasha Mahastram. If you take the name of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, all your doubts, they are just like the demons. They will be dead if you take the name of Bhagavan Sri Rama. Samshaya Rakshasa Nasha Mahastram. This is the great weapon. That's the holy name of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Then pramada, lack of enthusiasm. This is essential. We have to go on doing and doing, practicing. Sometimes it will be very good, sometimes it is not. Sometimes people will praise, sometimes people will criticize. But we have to go on. Apramatta Baba, Bhagavan Buddha said. Pramada, apramatta. This is the lack of enthusiasm. Alasya, then lethargy, sloth. You must have to get up and do. When I joined under one Swami, I never found him that he is not attending Mangalarati. At 4 o'clock he is always there. 3:30 he will get up and ready. 4 o'clock he is the first person sitting in the temple. I went along with him to a distant village. And then when we came back, it was almost 2 o'clock, 1:30 or 2. Then whatever food was left that we ate and we slept, and it was, Cherrapunji is a very cold place. And it was going on raining, drizzling. So you can understand the weather. And when you sleep at that night, you don't get the sleep immediately. So naturally, in the 4 o'clock, again he was banging, hey, you are sleeping over here, you have left your mother and father, what they will think? You have to become a monk, you have come and you are sleeping. I told, if my mother come to know that you are disturbing me at this hour, she will be very angry. So, let me sleep. No, you cannot sleep. Get up, get up. And he was going on banging the door. I got up. And then he come here. I was, no, let me wash my face. I will wash your face. Come. I went because I was dozing almost. He took me to that bathroom, pour a full jug full of water on my head in that cold weather. He told, now you are awakened, isn't it? Change your dress and come in the temple. He himself was also elderly person, but he was like that. From that, alasya, you have to get up, you must get up. And then afterwards you take little rest. But you should not allow your mind to say, oh no, today I am tired, I am not going to do. No, you should not. Abhiroti, there is a constantly craving for sense pleasure that we have to check. And false perception. Sometimes some people, they will be writing, I am not writing this letter. Holy Mother is writing this letter. Holy Mother, how she learned the computer, I don't know. And anyway, he is under the impression that Holy Mother is writing. And what the letter? Going on criticizing. Holy Mother's first thing was don't criticize others. And this fellow is going on criticizing, finding fault, and then under the impression that Holy Mother is teaching her to write this. See the fault, and under that impression, he is going on doing like this. Majority of the people, in the name of religion, they are going on practicing irreligious things under these false impressions. this false perception, Bhranti Darshana. And then Alabdha Bhumikatva. When you are sitting for meditation, sometimes we are not getting the quietness and we are disturbed. What will happen? What will happen? No, not necessary. You have to go on practicing. And suppose sometime we find, that's why that they are telling, when you are meditating, going on trying, and afterwards don't get up from the seat immediately. Sit over there relaxing, at least for 10 minutes. Just look at the picture of Sri Ramakrishna or your God or the whatever you were concentrating, just quietly sit over. Suddenly, it may be that you will get that concentration for which you were trying. Because the mental, those things, they try to settle, and when we are trying, it's not completely settled, so naturally you didn't get that peace. And suddenly when you were unaware of it, sitting quietly, it may come like that. So, alabdha bhumikatva, this is the problem, when you can't reach to that. But we should go on trying. Chitta vikshepa antarayaha, these are the problems, these are the obstacles. So, this way, first 9 things we must have to remember, and we have to go on trying how to. Then they say in the 31st aphorism, dukkha daurmanyasya angamejayatya shasha prasyasha vikshepa sahabhuvaha. Along with this, these things comes. What are those? First is dukkha. Do you always go on thinking about the grief? He has not done this, he has not done that, this, that. Going on thinking about the dukkha. And that dukkha, because of that thought, we do not get peace in our mind. So, we should not take things immediately when we hear or see. And about the dukkha, we have to go on telling there must be something good that is going to happen. There must be something going to happen very good for me. So, I need not to go on contemplating and brooding over which is painful. No, I should not do it. Forget it. This dukkha, and then comes daurmanyasya, distractions or the mental distress. The mind is going from here to there and these and that. It goes on doing like that. The moment you try to concentrate, all other things will come. When you are awake, when you are not trying to concentrate, those thoughts will never come in your mind. This is very peculiar. This is when we are trying to organize this asrama, this thing. Our thoughts are like that. Your thoughts are different with your family. Here we don't think about the family, but big family, asrama. And in morning we said, oh, it is not there, this is not there, this has to be done, that man should be informed. All those thoughts will come at the time of our meditation. And when you get up and sit with a paper, let me note down what are the things that I have to do, it will never come. This is very peculiar. But first thing is dukkha, that we have to remove from our heart. We are always try to be happy. I am the child of God. Why should I be sad? I need not to. Some people are not giving me respect. That is their problem, not me. Some people giving me respect or attention. That is also theirs, not mine. I go on in my own way. Why should I have to bother? So that is the thing that we have to practice. Why? Consciously we have to practice. Why? To concentrate. If we are sincere to concentrate, if we are sincere to control our mind, then these are the things that we have to practice. Or otherwise, if we go to someone and then we pay $20 and within 1 hour samadhi, I am not going to comment on that. So your $20 is a good way you have spent, it's good. But the actual thing is this, it's so difficult, so difficult. The moment you get that realization, then there will be no iota of doubts. One Swami came after long practice in Himalaya, and he came to Belur Math, and he was reporting to the Swami Brahmananda ji, and he said, Maharaj, I have realized the Atman. I have realized the Atman. Oh, what a joy. Then Shivananda ji was sitting by his side. He said, oh, is it? That's good. Congratulations. Do you need much more and more of that? Higher than that joy? Yes, I need higher of that. Hainai. No. You have not realized. You have got only a little portion of it, the joy, but if you had really understood it, realized it, then there would be no further craving. All desires will be vanished. The moment still a desire is there to get much more of that, that means you have not completed. So these are the things. So these are the people who have already realized this thing, and when they are telling it, some people are all the time they will be reading various scriptures. Some of the scriptures they cannot pronounce, and then when the name of the scripture they can't pronounce properly, but doesn't matter, they will be reading scripture, and the teacher also explaining. What is the matter? What for? Why this scripture? Shabda Jalam Maharannam. These are the words, and these words are just like a huge forest. You do not know where to go. So we have to understand what are the defects, how we can remove those defects, and how we can achieve our goal. That's all. And that is why the words of Brahmananda ji, Shivananda ji, because these are the people, they have realized God. And in a very simple way they are telling it, narrating it. And whatever they are telling is based on scripture. That is why when the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling Nam, Nami, Aved. Nama and Nami. Nam means the name, the word. And Nami means the word is referring to something. They are all together. Now we quote it from the Rig Veda. We quote it from the 4th Gospel of John. The Word was there, and it was with God, and Word is God. Is it not the same thing Sri Ramakrishna is telling? Same thing he is telling. The Word means the Nama, or the name, and the Nami. The name, the word is meaning to something. And you will see that in Indian psychology and also the practice, they will always find out a good name for a child. And this is a celebration. The Namkaran, there will be a celebration, because they will try to understand the behavior of the boy, and then they will give the name. This is very important. When you get the name, then only you are supposed to go on trying to, according to that name, the meaning of that name, to practice that in your life. So this is Shankaracharya. He gave the sannyasis the first name, Swami. Why Swami? Swami means the master. One American gentleman, he was asking, hey, why you are wearing like this, top to toe the same color? I told, I am a Hindu monk. What do you mean by monk? I told, say this. Then what is your name? I told, Swami. What is the meaning of Swami? I told, see, I appreciate your all queries, and I would have been very happy to explain, but I think I will be missing my flight. So if you have time, come along with me. Then when we are there, I went to the gate and then told him, the master of our senses. He was so happy. See, there are some people, they're curious to know, they like to know. The moment they know about it, they are so free, they're happy. And then he said, what is the meaning of your name, Ishatmananda? He couldn't pronounce properly. Isha Atma, the God is supposed to be your soul. And God, what does it mean by God? Unselfishness and love. So this name, every day, every moment is reminding me that I am supposed to be that. This is the beauty of the name. So this way one should be careful, and he says this antaraya, the vikshepa, should be the dukkha daurmanyasya. This daurmanyasya means the distress, mental distress, and then the trembling of the body. That also, when you sometimes, when you are running, when you are doing physical exercise, or sometimes when you are very sick, our body trembles. And then sometimes when you are great afraid of something, that also, when you are in anger, that time also body. So these are the things we have to be careful. When the body is shaking means what? Trembling means what? Something is there. We have to be free from that. And then sasa prasyasa, the breathing exercise. That's why I told the trainers, we have to teach our senior, particularly senior people, how to control the breathing. This is very important for mind control. When you are sitting for meditation, just put your finger before your nostrils. You see, only from one nostril air is coming out or going in, another is blocked. Now that means your mind is not in a proper way tranquil. Practice in such a way, this is a very scientific way they have developed. And if you are practicing those things, that's called prana ayama. This prana means not only the breathing, this means the force. All this we see as nothing but prana, forces. And if you can control that is going in through both the nostrils and coming out from both the nostrils, your mind is tranquil. So these are the steps we have to take. Now, up to this, in the 31st aphorism, dukkha daurmanyasya angamejayatya shwasa prasyasa vikshepa sahavubha. These four: dukkha, the grief; daurmanyasya, mental distress; angamejayatya, the physically shaking; and then shwasa prasyasa, the controlling of the breathing. These four also we have to understand and control. Then we will get the concentration. So first 9 and this 4, that means 13. This 13 we must have to understand before we proceed for complete meditation. Thank you very much. Now let us complete this pranama mantra. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam navasangatam naiva muktirnameya chidananda rupa shivoham 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 Shivoham. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Peace, 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 peace unto all of you. Devotees, friends, you'll be very happy to know that you know that we are already having one e-zine, e-magazine, and the second issue of our e-zine, Chicago Calling, is going to be published tomorrow. You can please visit the e-zine. You will wonder, I was thinking nobody will be reading it. From Calcutta, one question has come about the yoga, because one page is there for the yoga, and there they have explained about something, and then their question, it has come, I have forwarded it to our trainer, then we will get the answer and send it to you. That means people are seriously reading it. And some of the people, they have commented also that we have read this, and like this. And that means people are studying that e-zine. That is a good thing. You also, if possible, please forward this link to your friends and relatives so that it will spread. We don't have capacity to publish, advertise in the famous newspapers or anything, because it's very, very costly. But if you can help us by spreading this message, this will be very, very helpful. The Vedanta Society here in Chicago, we are studying Vedanta, spreading Vedanta, talking about Vedanta. For what? Just to help people to understand that they are divine. They have many things to do in their life. Only this ordinary human life is only surface. They have great potentiality. So this is the only message that we can send to them. Afterwards, whether they will accept it or not, get benefit or not, that is up to them. But our work only is to tell this. And this we believe, and we firmly believe, if we really practice, will bring peace for each and every one of us. And the moment there will be peace, there will be progress. So please join with us. Thank you.